I welcome you all to our Haileybury Anzac Day commemoration and thank our staff and student leaders who have prepared our presentation for you to share. Despite the challenges we face as a global community, Anzac Day is an important occasion. Today we pause to remember what those who came before us sacrificed. We are thankful for the peace and security we enjoy, which was won for us through the courage and devotion of those who gave their lives in times of war. We remember so that we may honour the labour and sacrifice of the fallen and ensure that the Anzac spirit lives on in us and in generations to come. Best wishes to you all. Stay safe and stay well.
On the morning of the 25th of April 1915, Australian and New Zealand troops landed under fire at Gallipoli. It was then, and in the battlefields which followed, that the Anzac tradition was formed. On this day, above all days, we remember all those who served our nation in times of war. We remember with pride their courage, their compassion, and their comradeship. We remember what they accomplished for Australia and indeed for the freedom of mankind. We honour those who died or were disabled in the tragedy of war. They adorn our nation's history. We remember those who suffered as prisoners of war and those who died in captivity. We remember staunch friends and allies, especially those who fought alongside us on that first day on Gallipoli in 1915.
We remember those who fell amidst the valleys and ridges of Gallipoli, on the terraced hills of Palestine, in France and Belgium, on the sands of the North African desert, amidst the mountains and olive groves of Greece, Crete and Syria, in the skies over Europe, in Singapore, in the jungles of Malaysia, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea and the Pacific Islands, in Korea and Vietnam, in later conflicts and in peacekeeping, in the skies and seas in many parts of the world, and on our own soil and in our own sea lanes. Our servicemen and women have left us a splendid heritage. May we and our successors prove worthy of their sacrifice.
The following names are of the old Haileyburyans who died fighting for their country during World War I. We take the time today to hear their names, and in turn, thank them for their service. They are read by alphabetical order of surname. Geoffrey de Talworth, Backhouse. Eric Burthen. George Webster, Binney. Noel Conran. Jack, Derbyshire. Burchell, Dinamperron. Oliver Romney, Dossator. H. Drysdale. Charles Clapham, Gregory. Richard, Hazlitt. Tom Graham Howard, Horsley. Charles Henry, Langtry. Hussey Berg George McCartney. Edmund Fox, Moore. Geoffrey Talbot, Officer. Richard Robinson. Kenneth Travers, Stephen. Clive Warnford, Taunton. Geoffrey Travers. James Sidney Swanton, Vickery. Basil Watson. Charles William Miller, White.
The following names are of old Haileyburyans who died fighting for their country during World War II. We take the time today to hear their names, and in turn, thank them for their service. They are read by alphabetical order of surname. Jeffrey Seymour Brown. Lawrence Samuel Clayton. Stanley Wyman Davis. Arnold Wilson Dethridge. Jim R. Dickinson. Colin William Dossiter. Rupert Major Downes. Derek Atkinson Ellis. Ronald Frederick Hankinson. Peter Jarrett. Montague William Kemp. Robert Knox Knight. Brian Anthony Ferris Latham. Herbert Jeffrey Mole. Arthur Cavan Neal. Peter Fabian Rockingham. Jeffrey William Schaffer. Douglas Andrew Scott.
The Ode of Remembrance is an extract from Lawrence Binyon's poem, For the Fallen, which was published in September 1914. After the ode is read, we will hear the last post, which marked the close of each day for those in services. Traditionally, it also sounds to mark the end of a service person's life. We will then observe the traditional 1-minute silence. The silence will conclude with the playing of the Reveille. That marks the beginning of a service person's day.
They went with songs of battle. They were young, straight of limb, true of eye, steady and aglow. They fought against odds uncounted. They fell with their faces to the foe.
They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the earth condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
Lest we forget.